Hey guys, it's me, Tiffany, here to do week one's video, and this title is training. So, what this video is going to be about, if you did not watch my previous video, please go watch it. It kind of explains of what this series of videos I'll be doing every week entails, and, yeah. So this week, I'm just going to tell you about some things that happened this week with me. Sometimes in these videos, there'll be like funny stories, sometimes sad stories, sometimes crazy stories, because believe me, crazy shit goes down where I work. So all kinds of stuff. So every week I'll just kind of be vlogging about my previous week at work or the past week at work. So I'm sorry I keep moving my legs. My legs are so tired, guys. So anyway, this is week one training. Now, I worked Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then today, which is Friday, I'm working. So, we have someone that has come in. We have a bartender that's leaving in June. Yeah, in June. And, the lady that is training, and I use that lightly, for his position, she'll be taking his position over, okay? So, she was working with me Tuesday and Wednesday, and I'm just trying to watch her and see how she's doing, and, you know, the GM is coming to me and like, Tiffany, what's going on? How are things going with her? And I can't lie if somebody's not doing good and say, oh yeah, you know, she's good, she's trying. Because if that person gets backed up and slammed and can't handle it, the GM's going to come to me and be like, Tiffany, you told me she was good. What's going on? You know what I mean? So I have to kind of, I hate doing that. Like, I don't want people to think, oh, she's talking shit about me, because I'm not. But I have to kind of let management know how things are going with the people that are there or whatever. So, okay, we'll start with Tuesday. I'm sorry, Tuesday. Tuesday was hectic. I was busy. She wasn't too busy. She has a problem remembering things. Now, for me, I've been doing this at the company that I work for now for 6 years. I've been a waitress before this company, and I waitress there for about a year. So in total, about 7 years experience bartending and waitressing, excuse me. And I think that the issue is some of these people that come from cooks and cashiers to wait tables or to bartend, they don't know what they're getting themselves into. They think it's easy money. They're thinking, oh wow, I can make that money quick, and it's a lot better money than what I'm making, which I can understand why they would be like that, because if I was making $8 to $10 an hour, I would want to come over and do the stuff that we do too to make the money. But it's a lot more work than people understand. And if you guys out there, any of you have ever waited tables, bartended, cocktail waitress, anything like that, then you understand what I'm saying. But they come in, and I think, like, in this lady in particular, the lady that I'm training, I've known her from a previous job. We used to actually work together, and we were really close. I actually really, really love her. I do. I love her. Like, she's a sweetheart, and I don't want to, like, it's hard when you're friends with somebody and you like somebody or whatever, and you're kind of that person that's got to play like, you're not doing this the right way, let me show you how to do it, because that can sometimes kind of come off like a bitch, and I'm sorry for the cussing, but it can kind of come off like, I mean, damn, you know, who do you think you are telling me what to do, type thing, you know what I mean? And I think that's what it is with her. And I'm not trying to tell her what to do. I'm trying to tell her better ways to do things. For me, I don't write anything down. I write nothing down. It goes in my head. And the way that I do it is, alright, let's just say there's 4 tables. One person at each table. Let's just say that. We got Heineken table 1, Guinness table 2, Michelob Ultra table 3, iced tea table 4. When I go to the tables, I'll say, hey, how are you, blah, 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 blah. And then they'll say, oh, I'll take a Heineken. Okay, I'll get you that Heineken. I'll be right back. I say Heineken to myself. So I'll say, okay, I'll get that Heineken for you. I'll be right back. When I say it, it goes into my head. It kind of stores it in a checklist, if that makes sense. So it's like Heineken. And then I'll go to the next table. Hey, how are you? Blah, 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 blah. What can I get you to drink? You know, or whatever. Oh, I'll take a Guinness. Okay, I'll be right back with your Guinness. Again, Heineken, Guinness. Next one, I'll take this. You know, it goes on, and I just check it in my head, and then I'm just like, pour. You know, it's fast-paced. And I think the issue with the girl that I'm training is... I think she thinks she already knows what she's doing, for one. Which is kind of hard to train somebody when they're kind of set in their ways, you know what I mean? And then two, she just can't remember and she doesn't pick up. Now, and I know this is really for any work industry, when you stay at the same level the whole time, you can't do that. Like, when I get busy, it's like boom, 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 boom. Like, you cannot just stay at the same speed. And that's what she does. She's just like, she tries to move fast, but she can't. And she can't remember stuff. And she's having trouble with her tickets. And, oh my gosh. Like, where I work at, with our agreement is, for where I work, if you want to run a tab, it's on you. Now, we can run tabs. We don't have to. It depends on who the person is. I run tabs. Some people run tabs with credit cards. Some people don't run tabs at all, no matter if it's a credit card or not. I run tabs without credit cards, but I watch my people. And then if they get up and they leave, you're responsible for the money. That's why they say don't run tabs, but you can. It's your own risk type thing. So a lot of people don't do it because if somebody walks out, they have to pay that money back. They don't want to do it. I watch my people. I've never had to pay a check. Never. Never. I've had people walk out and I've caught them too. But, you know, I've never had that happen. So I've never really had an issue with that. But she's trying to keep tabs open without credit cards and then completely getting the tickets screwed up. So it's kind of like that's the issue. You know what I mean? And you can't tell her what to do because she gets offended by it. And it's awful. But this is a very sad video. I've had a fast week at work though. It went by really, really quick this week. But just dealing with like that, I'm just like, dude, I really have to be the one stuck here doing this. Seriously. But I'm off Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. 3-day weekend. What? Yeah, so 3 days. And the other girl that I work with, she is training her on Sunday, or working with her Sunday. So I worked with the other girl yesterday, and I was like, have fun Sunday. Have fun with that. So I don't have to worry about it. So I'm glad. But anyway, okay, let's just do a quick story real quick before I get off of here. A funny story from this week, okay? Yeah. Alright, so what could be a funny story? I mean, it's an everyday thing for us. We get funny people every day. I'll tell you this story. Okay. So, the lady that or the girl or whatever that I'm training, or whatever, this past week, she had a guy that ordered a vodka on the rocks with a lime wedge. Okay, so he orders the vodka on the rocks with a lime wedge. I hear him because our computer is like right there. You know what I mean? So I'm swiping, bringing stuff in or whatever, and I hear him. So she goes and makes it, which she's not familiar with the liquor and wines yet, which is one of the biggest things she needs to get down, the liquor, beer, and wine. She needs to know all of that stuff by heart. I know everything that we carry by heart. Boom, boom, boom. I know it. She needs to get to know everything that we carry. Because you will get questions of what kind of wine, what's the beer that you carry, what's the bottle beer that you carry, do you have this type of liquor, do you have that type of liquor. So anyway, back to story, Tiffany. boom. I get sidetracked so easy, guys. So she goes back behind the bar to make it. Like I said in the previous video, us as cocktail waitresses, we wait on the tables, but we also make our drinks. So it keeps us different from like regular servers where the bartender would make the drinks for you. That's how it works in my company. So anyway, she's back there, she's making her drinks, and she comes back out. Like, I'm gonna use this can for an instance, okay? For instance. So she comes back out, right? And she's like, she finishes doing the drink, and she's like, who had a vodka tonic? Who had a vodka tonic? Who had a vodka tonic? I didn't have a vodka tonic. So she's like all like this, and the guy was standing behind, or sitting behind me, and he's like, ma'am. And I turned around and I was like, yeah. And he was like, that's my drink, I think. And so I went up to her and I was like, what is this? And she was like, it's a vodka tonic. Which clearly I could tell it wasn't a vodka tonic because it wasn't only enough of a shot in there. So I don't want a tonic water in there. And I was like, is it a vodka on the rocks? And she's like, yeah. I was like, that's his drink. You just took his order. Like, it's that bad. She's not gonna last. And I love her to death, and I hate to say that, but she's not gonna last. It's not gonna happen. And then the guy ordered we have like a little small food menu, mainly like bar food. Like, we have burgers and nachos and quesadillas, stuff like that. Small little like bar menu. He ordered a bacon cheeseburger. She puts it in, so the cook come over and she was like, hey, we don't have the burgers, we ran out. And she's like, okay, I didn't bring a burger in. And the girl was like, yes, you did. And she was like, no, I didn't. And the girl was like, yes, you did. And they kept going back and forth. And I'm like, yes, you did bring it in. I saw you bring it in. You rung in a burger. I don't have anybody waiting on food. Okay, yes, you do. Him. The same guy that you didn't know where his drink went to. Him. So, she's like, oh, okay. She never goes over there and says, hey, we don't have burgers at the moment. Can I get you something else? She just walks off. So then the guy, he, I went up to her and I was like, are you going to go tell your guy that we don't have any more burgers so that he can get something else to eat? What are you talking about? I said, we don't have burgers. He ordered a burger. You might want to go tell him we don't have a burger so he can order something else. Oh, okay. That is the shit that I dealt with. Not only Tuesday, but Wednesday too. And I love her to death. But, oh my gosh. Two of the main things in waiting tables is one, being fast, and two, remembering the people's shit. Two most important things of all things when you wait tables and when you bartend. Fast. And you have to remember. You can't go up to a guy and say, hey, what can I get for you? And he says, oh, I'll have a tall Heineken and a bag of chips. And you're like, okay. And then you get to the bar and you're like, I don't know what he got. It can't happen. I remember tables like 5 tables at a time. Like, boom, 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 boom. I know I've had more experience than her, but come on. I can't, and I am not going to do your job for you. When I was trained at this company, I was loosely trained, okay? Which is the same way she's been, loosely trained. And then, boom, I was thrown out there to the wolves, and that's how I learned, by doing it on my own, and that's what she's going to have to do. I'm not going to do her work for her. I'm not, and I don't mean to sound like mean, or you're probably like, oh, Tiffany, that's kind of messed up. You have to learn on your own. My way is not going to be your way, and nobody else's way is going to be your way. You have to do things your way that you need to do them, or that you feel comfortable doing them. But anyway, guys, I will be back next week with another video of work and funny stuff. Hopefully we'll go on next week. But I will see you guys in the next video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.